Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original?
Let's start off. Let's do it again.
No, you good. It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Welcome back to the channel, man. Hey, we got top 10. We got top 10 weirdest phobias to ever exist. I already know my phobia is gonna be here. I think you just unleashed the new phobia.
I don't have a phobia. I was just like it caught me by surprise. I was like, ugh.
Isn't this maggots right here? Y'all don't see it.
I don't think I have like.
I'm not afraid of maggots because I played with maggots when I was a kid one time.
Now I wasn't playing with them.
No. We found maggots in his room one time, not in my crib.
And so how you play with them?
And so we didn't have a blowtorch. But we
that's on another level, honey. Y'all.
We had like some hairspray, and we took a lighter, and we.
That's just pure.
And we were just, you know what I'm saying, catching them on fire. That was some, you know what I'm saying.
Start off with animals.
Oh man, I had an obsession with fire when I was a kid.
Obsession with fire.
That's the only thing I had. I had an obsession with fire.
I was just
playing with fire. That's one thing. Another story for another day. But with that being said, I used to catch a lot of stuff on fire, man. But with that being said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links. She's like, I just discovered something new today. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go if you want to further support it. Check down below. Also, we always take this time out, man, and salute to the comment of the day, man. We highly appreciate our comment, so y'all keep running us up down there. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit it with a thumbs up. But again, it's 10 weirdest phobias to ever exist. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alright.
You ready?
Oxford Dictionary says a phobia is an extreme or irrational fear or aversion to something. Most people have something that they're afraid of, and some people have ones that are more bizarre than others. Hello, most amazing fam. Are you ready to get weird?
You remember that? What we just hear that at where somebody was like, your phobias is something that you encounter in your past life? And that's the reason why some people have multiple phobias, and some people
I don't know. Maybe
it's something that you was afraid of in your past life, and that's the reason why it's a phobia in your active life. It's because something you
maybe that's something you watched.
That's why some people are afraid of spiders, guns,
snakes, whatever. Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm your host, Abby, and today we are going into the top 10 weirdest phobias to ever exist. Going into this, I feel like this video was given to me so people could watch me struggle through pronouncing the complicated names of phobias, so stick around for some bloopers. And a disclaimer going into this, while we are here to make light of the absurdity of these fears, that doesn't take away from the fact that there are people who experience these phobias, and that's valid. According to Melissa McNogna, PhD, a pediatric clinical psychologist, when left untreated, phobias can lead to the development of other problems such as panic disorder, separation anxiety disorder, depression, and other problems. So, if a fear of yours is a phobia, don't be afraid to get some help. But let's get into the list, shall we? Alright, into number 10, selenophobia. It's a fear of the moon. So, seleno is the Greek word for moon, and this is also known as lunophobia from the Latin word for moon, luna. It can also be a fear of the darkness on a moonless night. So, the mythological reasons that someone might develop this fear includes that people may commit more crimes during a full moon, as the myth goes. Or maybe the moon is inhabited by evil creatures. Or, as we all know, the myth that the moon can transform people into werewolves. That's very common. Basically, people with selenophobia get a range of symptoms from muscle tensions, chills, breathlessness, dizziness, sweating, feeling trapped in the inability to articulate words or sentences, similar to what's happening to me in this video. From the symptoms alone, it sounds like this causes quite a bit of anxiety, and to combat this, most of the people with these extreme fears just shutter their windows and avoid going out at night. Also, a common solution is exposure therapy, just, you know, getting a little bit of moon at the time, just a tiny bit. Maybe looking at pictures online, getting the vibe. It's nice. Moving on to number 9.
I like the moon though. At night, the full moon. I like it.
Phobia. This is the fear of string. So obviously, beginning of this phobia is the Greek word for string, lino, and while it sounds humorous at first to be afraid of, strings, laces on shoes, this one actually causes pretty serious symptoms, including shortness of breath, tremors, nausea, fainting, loss of control, sweating, an increased heart rate, and an urge to flee. Basically, people who develop a fear of string may have it because they may have been tied up in the past, or maybe they've seen movies and TV shows enough of people being restrained and tied up, and then they come to see being tied up as being forced to do something in a very negative way. So the therapy for it includes educating people about their fears and, helping them through string and laces. I'm wearing boots, so I don't have to look at laces, so we're fine. Moving on to number 8, olophobia, fear of flutes. So this person better watch out for Lizzo's flute solos is all I can say. Olophobia can be a fear of looking at a flute, the sound of a flute, or even the clicking of the flute's buttons when it's played. Basically, symptoms include feeling of panic, terror, dread, rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, trembling, and anxiety. Sometimes perfectionism may get into the way of playing a flute. In one case, a girl edged into olophobia after a comment was made that you have to be very careful because flutes are just so fragile. But good news is she was helped by her flute teacher to get over her fear and now makes lovely music. So face your fears. You'll make music. Moving on to number 7.
That one was weird.
I've never heard that.
I never heard that one, but that one to me just look like that's a meal back in the day.
I said, man, they used to be
Hey, when you got this struggle, bro, some peanut butter and some crackers. With cheese and crackers.
Go a long way.
Woo.
This is a fun one. Arachibutyrophobia. Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. So this phobia is the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. Yeah, as in when it gets stuck up there and you are left trying to get it off there and making the weird faces of like, that's a fear. It's a valid fear, honestly. Like with other phobias, the symptoms of this one that I will not try to pronounce again involve panic, dread, terror, anxiety, rapid heartbeat, and shortness of breath. When the peanut butter is wedged on the roof of your mouth, obviously, it is annoying, but for these people, it's just another level. Alternatively, give peanut butter to a dog and live vicariously through them to feel joy. They just love it. Dogs. Yeah. Moving on to number 6, genophobia, fear of knees. Yeah, so if I say something is the bee's knees, does that make you scream? Maybe the idea of knees makes you uncomfortable, but for these people, just again, next level. People with genophobia have either a fear of their own knees, someone else's knees, or the act of kneeling. And while yes, sometimes knees look weird or even like a face, this is an oddly specific phobia. It would make it hard to play a bunch of group sports like soccer or rugby or ultimate frisbee. Even living in warmer weather would be tough because you'd be like, no, not my knees, not yours knees. Oh, I can't go. No, not going outside. People with this phobia have been known to reduce their fear with cognitive behavioral therapy and hypnotherapy. Just knees. That's just that. On to number 5, venistrophobia, a fear of beautiful women. If you have this one, I don't know how you're watching this.
I have
But what she says, her joke, because she's so damn corny.
I love it though.
You're like right up my alley.
Right up my alley.
But I never heard such a thing of being afraid of bro, this person ain't got no Instagram.
I'm done.
Bro, for real though. You know how
I've never heard of a lot of these.
Majority of them I ain't never. Which one have you heard of so far?
What was the first one?
I can't remember.
The moon.
Mo never heard that one either.
I've never heard of any of them either. No.
Video. No, I'm just kidding. Venistrophobia is when seeing a beautiful woman or speaking to one can cause a full-on panic attack. The name comes from Venus, which is the Greek goddess that represents women. Now, people may develop this phobia if they associate a beautiful woman or women with a negative experience. A girl rejects someone, it leads to fear of another rejection, and that anxiety compounds, and that person, and boom, all beautiful women are now scary. They just think about that one scary situation. The physical symptoms are trembling, shortness of breath, sweaty hands, nausea, headaches, and in some cases, gasping for breath, choking, crying, and screaming. Plus, emotionally, a person may have a loss of reality, feeling like running away, embarrassment, or feeling like you're gonna pass out. Moving on to number 4, euphobia, which is the fear of good news. So this comes from the spelling EU or U, which means good. And it's the same stem as in euphoria. And you're probably thinking, who fears good news? It's good, right? So the reason someone may develop euphobia is if they get really, really disappointed by good news that didn't actually happen. An example is someone who has the winning lottery numbers, but it's for the wrong date. Then there are people that want the truth and equate the truth with chaos. Like something being good may become something that is too good to be true. These people just thrive in a chaotic environment. So the common treatments for euphobia is just behavioral psychotherapy, where they are then conditioned to feel happy when they hear good news because it's good. I know life is chaos, but like it's fine. We'll just... Number 3, we have platophobia, fear of bald people. It is also related to the fear of becoming bald, phylacrophobia. The pelota in
Why they do Donald like that, though?
Why you saying like that? Why they do Donald?
Bruh, I ain't never seen this, but he bald for real, though.
Phobia is the Spanish word for bald people and or baldness. And also, I think this phobia exists just because bald people, they're just too powerful, you know? You know how you can feel the wind on your body but not your head because you have hair? They feel the wind. I don't know where I'm going with this, but they're powerful, okay? In reality, these people who suffer from high amounts of anxiety when they see bald people, they exist. And because they are wanting to avoid the symptoms that are triggered when they see a bald person, they end up taking steps to avoid it. And one step that they take might be refusing to associate with bald people. So if you know someone like this, maybe don't shave your head. Unless you get an argument and want about a month of space, do it. I say, but then actually stay away from them because you don't want to trigger their fear. Moving on to number 2, papaphobia. And no, this is not a fear of your papa. This is the fear of the Pope. Papa means Pope in Latin, and this phobia is also related to hierophobia, which is the fear of holy people or sacred things, plus other holy related phobias. So the symptoms for this one typically include extreme anxiety, dread, and anything associated with panic, such as shortness of breath, rapid breathing, irregular heartbeat, sweating, excessive sweating, nausea, dry mouth, more nausea, inability to articulate words or sentences, like me, dry mouth, and shaking. Now, there aren't recorded measures to help this phobia, but I imagine the people most likely don't.
You said what?
I said that music made my heartbeat race.
Bro, what's up with the
It switched up and it made my heartbeat.
Go to Catholic Church if they don't like the Pope to that degree. Plus, if the Pope is bald, then platophobic people with papaphobia are just getting a double whammy at that point, you know? Let's move on to number 1. My favorite, the weirdest of the weird, antidaephobia. Fear a duck is watching you. Yeah, the word antidaephobia comes from the Greek word antidae, which means duck, geese, or other waterfowls, and phobos is obviously Greek for dread and fear. So this could also relate to the fear of geese, and after that one Goose game that came out, I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few people found geese threatening, honestly. And also, a side note, Canadian geese are terrifying. Anyways, the fear of ducks phobia can be just really bad, like debilitating. The anxiety condition can get to the point where no matter what someone is doing or where they may be in the world, they just feel it. They feel a duck or goose is nearby, just there. A person with this phobia could feel that somewhere in the world, a duck or goose is just watching them, not attacking them or touching them, just out there. Watching them. Keeping tabs. This fear could have been spurred by a traumatizing event or incident with ducks or geese, but my mom says don't worry. Ducks are never watching you, they're always walking away. So that's pro tips from Abby's mom. I would also say Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb may have the fear of Perry the Platypus watching him, but at the same time they kind of have a weird frenemy relationship, so I can't say for sure. I'm not a doctor. But that ends our list right there. And
but I will say for sure, right, that we can live where we live if we were afraid of no. We bought them ducks or something.
Oh yeah. So
bro, we always running into ducks though. Like that is crazy.
Which one was the weirdest one for you?
Like, hold on, I gotta go back. Let me see which one we got right here. The fear.
You had the moon.
The moon.
The string. The knees. The flute. The peanut butter.
I don't know what if you could choose to have one. Which one? Like you had to pick one of these fears.
To have?
Yeah.
Probably.
Just give me the peanut butter. I'll be cool. I'll eat peanut butter because I don't even.
No, mine probably would be maybe to. I don't know.
To have one. Fear of beauty. Well,
no.
Because you'd be scared to look at yourself, huh?
Oh!
Yes, I did, child.
Maybe. I can't pick one. Maybe knees.
No, you like peanut butter.
I love peanut butter. And I love...
Flutes, because you ain't got to deal with flutes on you every day. Maybe
No.
because music
Music is
because some people still have flutes in they.
probably kneecaps because I ain't gotta look at people kneecaps every day. Just my own. Am I scared of my own?
Yeah. They scared to look at their own.
I just won't look at them. Just don't look at them.
Man, but these were weird, man. I thought they were gonna come with the normal phobias, but nah, these was completely bizarre. But with that being said, man, spam us up in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. Also, let us know if y'all have any of these fears or know anyone. Let us know in the comment section down below. But as always, y'all know how it go, man. I did go by the name DJ the Kid. This is we are. Yeah, y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my